Hey there guys, what is going on? My name is Dark and we are back once again with the series, another video in the series of covering Guild Wars 2 beta, comprehensive coverage, and this one is going to be the human starting area and Mesmer gameplay. And let's start off by just watching the intro for the Mesmer and the human. Have a look, guys.
The human race once ruled Tyria. Now, we struggle to hold our ground. We've been defeated, driven back, and broken. But we will not surrender. So many nations have fallen. Only Kryta still stands. Our faith is strong, despite the silence of the six gods. With courage, we'll make our stand in Divinity's reach. The city is my home. I was born into luxury, a noble of Divinity's reach, and privilege comes with responsibility. I protect the commoners under my care. They believe in me. I'm grateful for their trust, and I will not let them down. Today, I plan to venture beyond the gates of the city and see the world for myself. When I arrived in Shamor, I found the town under siege by centaurs. Innocent villagers are in danger. Someone has to help. I will show the people that we can triumph, that there is still hope. This is my story.
Okay then, so as you can tell, this is like I said, the human and Mesmer video. And as soon as you go into the human area, there's a lot of chaotic stuff going on. You're kind of like thrown into this mess that's going on. It's raining, it's thundering, and all sorts of crap going on. You got centaurs attacking the humans, and it's a little bit disorienting once you jump right into the game. But after you, but it's an interesting starting zone. Probably one of the better ones. Just like the other one, the Char starting zone, a little bit chaotic, which is always good to start off a game with. And as you can see, a little bit of eye candy to look at. Created a blonde, tan little girl there, so a little bit of jiggly, jiggly, jiggly. And for the Mesmer. Oh, what's this cutscene here?
Sergeant, there are more centaurs.
Yeah, centaurs are attacking, like I said, and humans are trying to fight them off.
If he's calling for help,
But getting back to the Mesmer gameplay, Mesmers are based around. They seem to be very effective in melee. They can also be. So they, to me, the impression I got is that the Mesmer profession is a melee slash caster. That has a very interesting mechanic to them. You won't, I don't believe in this gameplay you see a whole lot of it, but further down the line, what they do is they cast copies of themselves. They cast mirror images of themselves, tricks, and it tricks enemies and other players into thinking that that's exactly you. Sort of like when the mage in World of Warcraft casts that and they get the 3 mirror images of themselves. Sort of like that. But the Mesmer also has what they call phantasms, and it's basically these things that they summon to help them fight. And they can sacrifice their mirror images. They can sacrifice a whole bunch of abilities. I didn't get too much detail into the Mesmer, but it's something. Definitely something that it's interesting to look at. A different kind of profession. It's not quite a mage. It's not quite a rogue it's sort of a blend in between both of them, like a sneaky type rogue melee with casting abilities. And so it's not quite a mage, not quite a rogue. It's a hybrid in between, which could make for some really fun gameplay. To be honest, the time that I actually played, I believe I played this character up to level 10. I played most of the classes I talk about. I played up to level 10, and they are hella fun. And as you can see, this tutorial's human starting area is quite chaotic at the moment. You got, ugly, smelly centaurs running at you, and you got a hot chick in a short skirt defending it. So there you go. That's a fantasy world for you. and as you can see, like, this area looks pretty good. The graphics are really nice. The artwork is really nice, and each area has its own. And I've noticed this with each individual area has its own charm, so to speak, has its own thing that you can appreciate, and that's what I like. A lot of the areas are distinctively different from each other. It's not like, it's all the same in the same houses like you get in World of Warcraft. You got, the human areas is all the same. There's very distinctive parts and very distinctive artwork going into it, and this is, like I said, this is one of the starters I actually enjoyed. And here is the final boss for the tutorial starting area. It's two elemental hands that come out of the ground and it's spinning trees and rocks and soil. I don't even know. It's and essentially you gotta beat on these two hands. So there you go. I don't. And you go in, and I have no clue what went on here because I got raffle stomped again. Like I go in there and then I die almost instantly. You'll see in a second here. I jump in and I'm like, okay, I'm not doing any damage. Maybe if I get a little bit closer, I can actually do some damage. And because you start off with a sword, I believe you can also use a scepter, but it seems that the Mesmer is mostly sword-based combat. And there you go. For no reason, I just dropped. So I have no clue what's going on. Maybe it's part. Maybe you have to drop because you'll see in the next part of the story. Spoilers, by the way. If anyone doesn't want to know what happens at the beginning of the Mesmer human starting area, do not continue to watch. Skip ahead a few minutes. And so you're here, and then all of a sudden, you're dead, and they kill the elemental, the earth elemental hand, to be precise. I guess you can say the elemental's giving you a hand. No, that's such a dumbass joke. Don't mind me, I'm bad at jokes. Either way, this goes on, and the elemental with cogwheels and trees and boulders and rocks and just blows up. And then you wake up days later, maybe, in Queensdale, which is and all these are all starter areas are in their respective factions or race areas.
Where am I? What happened?
Hello there.
Elemental exploded. Captain Thackeray brought you here
I
personally.
bet he did.
You've been unconscious for 3 days.
Uh-oh.
You had lost
A girl unconscious for 3 days. I wonder what went on.
Even a noble from the city. He came by
Oh, I bet he did he?
He's a good friend. I'll check
He's not a good friend.
Covered.
Don't listen.
What
Don't listen
should
to
I do?
what my character's saying. He is not a good friend.
Best medicine. The goddess Duena helped you. Perhaps you can help
Duena?
others?
They couldn't come up with a better name. Sorry, I'm ripping a little bit on this today.
Bless you.
But yeah,
You'll find plenty to do out in the
I bet I
mountains.
will.
May Duena protect you.
Awesome. And let's move up a little bit ahead throughout. I believe this is still the starting area. I believe you get out of the starting area once you hit the human major city. Because technically this stuff really isn't hard. So in this quest I'm actually killing worms and saving hay from burning. Yeah, apparently that's a thing. So, so I kill worms and put out hay fires. That's what I do. But from my experience, in my opinion, Mesmer looks like a really interesting class to play. It doesn't have the feel of your typical class. I mean, you're expecting, for example, if you play a melee class, you're gonna get right in there and right in their face, and or if you're a caster, you just sit on the sidelines, shoot and shoot, but it doesn't have that feel. It has this mixed sort of feel to it that it's really unique, and I think that the Mesmer class is going to be an option for those people who are tired of your typical classes. And mind you, every class in Guild Wars 2 has this option of, because of your ability to switch and change dependent on what weapons you have equipped. It gives this dimension to the game that it's very, very seldom seen in other MMOs. Because other MMOs, you have a certain set of weapons that you can use, and your abilities never change. And it's really cool that, and especially the Mesmer. The Mesmer has a lot of interesting mechanics. If you're interested in trying out a profession or a class that is completely different from what other MMOs are doing or from what you're used to playing, Mesmer is definitely one to try out. I personally I enjoyed playing the Mesmer, but I love playing warriors. I love playing melee. And chances are when the game goes live, I'm going to play a warrior, but Char warrior to be exact. But I'm also probably going to have an alt, maybe a Mesmer, maybe a ranger. I also enjoyed the ranger quite a bit. But as you can see, you see these quests, you're walking along and you just pick them up. You see the hearts on the map, and then events start popping up all over the place. Extremely enjoyable. Starter area, the human starter area, it's what you expect. It's a human area. Nothing out of the ordinary that you wouldn't see, except for each part of it looks significantly different from the other. Each section that you move around in the human area looks significantly different, and that's what I like. Not all the houses look the same, not all the fencing look the same, not all the trees and grass look the same, and I think their attention to detail in this game is spectacular. So there you go. And my computer just turned off. I forgot to turn off the power management, and it was kind of going to sleep here. I've been talking for a while. I've been talking for about 12 minutes now. And here's that quest, putting out the hay and stuff. And then you move further along. And as you can see, you look around, this area's just further up ahead, and it's completely different. Has a different feel to it as the area before. Very cool. Very, very cool. And here I'm basically rattling up bushes, see if there's any bandits in there, and there is also, I forgot to mention my other videos, the dodge mechanic. The way it works is that in Guild Wars there's not going to be a tank, there's not going to be a set healer, but you are going to have to dodge. You get a dodge. You're able to dodge several times, and but it goes on a cooldown, so you need to wait until you can dodge again. But primarily, essentially, the key to it is dodge at the right time. Use your defensive abilities and cooldowns at the right time. Learn how mobs react to you, and use those abilities at the proper time, and corresponding to what your enemy is doing. And there you go. There's one of my mirror images popped out. You can see. Is that? Yeah, that's one of my mirror images popped out. And sometimes you can just your mirror image pops out, and you can just slicey your enemy while they're distracted with your mirror image. And here's the character menu. They're basically the same. I should actually show that next time. Forgot to go through all the menus in detail, but I'll definitely show that on the next weekend beta weekend event. I missed a few things, but I didn't have a lot of time especially with the servers were kept going, especially when I was trying to record, the servers kept disconnecting and disconnecting. It was fine for most of the weekend, but when I decided to record, that's when they decided to disconnect, and it seems to be like that every single time I try to record something, is that when stuff starts going wrong. But I'm going to try to get a detailed look at all the menus, and then I'm actually showing you guys a little bit of each starting area this time. I'm going to show you, hopefully the new races are going to be in the next beta weekend. I'm going to show you guys that, and show you the new races in the starting rounds, and then I'm planning on doing a specific spotlight for each individual profession. Go into how the mechanics of that profession work, what weapons they can use, and all that good stuff. For example, like I said, the Mesmer uses a sword, uses a scepter, and is sort of like this hybrid between a melee and a caster. And like I said, it makes for a very, very, very interesting a combat and very interesting experience in Guild Wars. Lots of worms to kill. As you can see, again, the houses are a little bit different, and I really like it. I like their attention to detail. Although this game isn't terribly amazing looking, it does have great artwork, and it does look great overall. I think that especially their attention to certain details is what sets this game apart from the other one. And here, going in to do a cave quest. Going in here, and I have to destroy some bandits and take their supplies and all that good stuff. And as you can see, and this is one of the things that I like about Guild Wars a lot, is that you don't. I was never in a group the whole entire weekend, but I was always with people, playing with people, like always. There wasn't a time where I was completely alone and you just doing my own thing. No, there was always people around, and there in this game, there's in Guild Wars 2, there is no stealing kills. There's no tagging mobs. It's essentially, if you're in the area and you're attacking, everyone gets credit for it, which gets rid of many problems. I remember when Wrath of the Lich King in World of Warcraft, there was a particular elite mob there, and I was playing Alliance at the time, and the area, it wasn't flagged for PvP, but they kept tagging the elite and killing them. Like three hordes kept sitting there tagging them up, and I couldn't get my quest done. It was like the last quest in the area. Just below Grizzly Hills, if any of you that play WoW, in that ice area there by I forget what it's called now, Howling Fjord, I think it was that's what it was called, and I don't know exactly how it's called, but anyways, the area just below Grizzly Hills. There was one elite there up in the mountains, and they kept tagging them up, and it won't happen in this game, because this game, it's based on the stuff that's going on in that event, or that event area, and everyone contributes to the same pile. So basically, it's more world-based and event-based than anything else, and you still get credit for it. You still get credit for that particular quest, and you don't have to do, like, for example, it gives you an option. You can either go kill these guys, or go collect these things, or go do this other thing. Like, you don't have to stick to a particular thing, or you can do a little bit of each if you like. Collect, kill, and do some other stuff. And again, you see a different area, and I'm heading over actually now to Divinity's Reach, which is the human city, human major city. And jiggly, 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 jiggly. And as you can see, it looks absolutely fantastic. Just have a look here across the world there, and it looks freaking fantastic. And jiggly, 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 jiggly. But yeah, overall, good. One of the best experiences I had in the start areas was the human. Probably human and Char. There was only 2 start areas, 3 start areas, human and Char. The Norn was okay, but definitely human and Char were very exciting areas. Jiggly, and jiggly, 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 and I'm actually going to show you guys a little bit of how Divinity's Reach looks about inside. And every city has their very, very, very unique feel. The Norn has a very northern type feel. The human has a very human medieval feel, and the Char have a very rough, almost vicious, advanced race. Almost like a, you know, alien movies you see. They're very extremely advanced, but they're still extremely primitive. So that's the vibe I'm getting from the Char area. And we're all just chilling here in the human city, and people dueling and stuff, showing off their moves, and I'm bouncing up and down, jiggly. And that's it. That's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. This was the human starter area. And Mesmer gameplay. Like I said, I'm going to go into detail about each different professions in the next beta event weekend. I also have another, probably another 2 more Guild Wars 2 video for this week, and then I'll do the rest on the next beta event weekend. I have the Ranger and the Norn starter area, and then I'm going to have my personal thoughts and conclusions on this beta event weekend. Thanks for watching, guys. If you want to see more content, like I said, 2 more videos coming out for Guild Wars 2, and then the next beta event, I'll have, again, extensive coverage covering that. If you want to see more and you enjoyed this, subscribe. More stuff will be coming. I also have tons of playthroughs and game reviews and a weekly gaming news show. So if you like that, subscribe. Don't forget to comment, rate, thumbs up, and share this video. And it really does help the channel grow. It helps a lot, and I appreciate that very much. So thanks so much, guys. She's waving to you, jiggly. And yeah, I will see you guys soon, next time, in the future, sometime. Alright, guys. Have a good one. Bye bye.